Testing this mic.
The music's loud.
This one works.
This one's not working. It's not?
This one's not working. This one.
I heard that. Test it, test it. Does yours work? I have an idea. I don't know.
Testing, testing. Does it work?
It's a bit loud. Wow. I'll drop it lower.
Yeah. Do you want me to turn audio off?
Well, that also blows up all this sound.
So what I can do is just flip on and off.
That makes that work.
I might be able to turn it down.
Yeah, that makes all this horrible.
Go down and on off. I don't know power, but it might turn on now.
Testing, testing.
testing this mic. This mic is testing. Testing this mic.
Works.
Works.
Hello everyone, welcome to the CU Rec Center for a matchup between the Colorado Buffaloes and the #1 ranked University of Nevada, Las Vegas Rebels. My name is Alex Roberts, and aside me are both Aiden Glockner and Jared Miller, and this is a really intriguing game for Colorado, coming off a brutal stretch of games, and this ends, and it continues for Colorado. Their last home game here at the Rec Center was 2 weeks ago against the University of Central Oklahoma Bronchos, where they fell 10-1 to UCO. Not a game they want to remember fondly. And then this past weekend, they were out at Missouri State, who they beat twice here at the CU Rec Center. And now they got UNLV after 2 losses out of Missouri State.
A very tough opponent, #1 ranked in the ACHA. You said they went 10-1 in the first game against Central Oklahoma. They went, I believe, 9-1 in the second game against them. I could be slightly wrong on that. But to the #4 team, dropping both games and then dropping both to Missouri State a week later, not a great pattern they want to be finding themselves in, facing the #1 team in the ACHA here.
This is going to be a really tough game for them. UNLV has had the last week off. They did not play last week. Their last 2 games were at home against Arizona State, who, when the first rankings came out last week, the first computer rankings, mind you, came out, UNLV was #1, Arizona State was #2. And UNLV took care of business against the Arizona State Sun Devils, sweeping them in both of their matchups. So, needless to say, they can beat anyone in the ACHA.
Yeah, exactly, and Colorado has some things to think about. Keys to the game for them are, they've got 3 things is what they have. Strong goaltending. Ethan James has been wonderful for Colorado in relief of Liam O'Gwen, who is backing up James tonight. So they need to keep with that goaltending. It floundered a little bit in the past 2 weekends, but it had been fantastic for that. They need to get back to that, goaltending identity they had. They also need to stay out of the box. Colorado has had a few issues with, penalties. It started kind of against Oregon a couple weeks ago, and really reared its head both against Central Oklahoma and Missouri State once again, causing them to drop a number of goals behind. And then finally, sticking to the game plan is for Colorado.
Yeah, talking to Coach earlier this week, he said, quote, "I think our approach has to be more proactive versus reactive." The Buffs are coming in with the game plan. They know what they have to do. They know how to execute to their style. They can't start chasing UNLV. UNLV is going to be good. They're going to be fast. They're going to be strong. If CU can react to that, they're not going to be able to play that same style. They have to stick to their game, and by doing that, that's their best chance to stay in this one and maybe pull off a win here tonight.
And what is their game exactly, would you say?
I mean, they like their speed. They like their speed. They have that top line of Borgie, McConaughey, and Buchenik, who likes to play fast, who like to go hard to the net. They got Blevins and Farrow, both big bodies. They like going strong to the net. They like playing that physical game. They have to use that speed, and they have to look and not try to stretch the ice too much. Quick passes, use their speed to get up the ice, but don't look to extend it too far, because UNLV is a team that's going to be able to shut that down.
And if, anything happens, they have in relief of them, theoretically, Ethan James and Liam O'Gwen. And then speaking of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, for them, they have a few, tenets that they want to, think of for their game. First of all is don't play down. We discussed they're the #1 ranked team in the ACHA. Colorado currently is unranked. Sometimes that's an issue for better teams, is you get a little complacent and you kind of find yourself playing down to the other team. That's something that Las Vegas wants to avoid at all costs, because from their perspective, that could give Colorado the win. They also want to bend. They don't want to break. Colorado knows that this is a much better team than them, and they should be coming out strong, firing, heavy offensive pressure if they can. And Las Vegas is going to want to be aware of that and try to, you know, bend to it, but don't give up a goal or two or whatever in the early minutes of the first period. And lastly, they've got, you know, strong power play. As you were talking about, Colorado has had some issues on the penalty kill and giving up goals on the power play. So if UNLV can, you know, stick to that, they will, they'll be able to kind of pull ahead, assuming the trend stays the same as has been the past few weeks.
UNLV is one of the better power plays in the ACHA, I believe. 30.8% on their 26 power plays. They've scored 8 out of their 26 times with a man up. So if UNLV can capitalize on power plays and power play opportunities, they can really put CU behind, and CU has not done a fantastic job playing behind this season.
No, they haven't, and that's just been an issue that I believe they've been working on in practice, and they've been addressing, and we'll see how it comes out tonight. Additionally, some other issues for Colorado here is injuries. They've got 4 players injured. It says Liam O'Gwen on here. He's not back to 100% health, but he is backing up Ethan James in net. But then the other ones are Jake Hager with a shoulder injury, out for the season. Notable as a co-captain to Quinn Schreppel, also out with an upper body. Did not practice this week. And also finally Johnny Pedersen with a knee injury. Some notable, lacking in some firepower and some defensive power for Colorado here.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned both captains not playing. Who's going to step up? Someone needs to step up. We've got Tay and Borgie, who are also alternates, but you need someone else to step up and take lead of this team. And we'll see who it is, but that's what they need.
Exactly. You've got to find your identity, and in the absence of your captain, or in this case your co-captains, who often bring that energy, that identity to your team and your game, you've got to find out who's going to do that, who's going to lead tonight.
And I mean, we got some interesting. I mean, key defenseman out, Hager. Obviously not playing. It's tough. It's a tough break for the team, honestly. Everyone wanted him to be back. He was trying to be back. It just didn't work. Johnny Peterson's a big defensive player who's now out. But we'll see Wayne Kinney moving back to defense. He's been playing forward all year. Maybe took a couple of reps last week at Missouri State on defense. But I mean, a bit of a lineup shake-up, and we'll see exactly what happens. But players are going to need to step up, especially against the number 1 ranked team in the country. Overall,
It's an interesting mix-up for Colorado here, as they're looking to take on number 1 UNLV. Mixed up lines, mixed up goaltenders, at least from the start of the season, and they'll be looking to see how they can adjust.
And also, at intermission, between the first and second period, we will have Quinn Schreppel with us in the booth. We'll ask him a couple questions, so make sure to stick around for that after the first period ends.
Refs come on out. Both teams looking ready to get this one going. UNLV is coming into this game having only played a handful of games in the ACHA. And, well, they played a handful of NCAA Division I opponents, not the ACHA D1, the ones that you see on national television. Their first game of the year was against the reigning national champion, University of Denver Pioneers, which they fell 10-0 to. So, UNLV has not looked too great against their NCAA competition, but they have looked fantastic in the ACHA and looking to continue their domination on top of the ACHA standings.
Exactly, and that's also a little bit of a question, like, do they soon make the jump to Division I, NCAA? Are they good enough to do that? We'll see.
And here comes the Colorado Buffaloes out onto the ice as they get ready for a matchup and a duel with the University of Nevada, Las Vegas Rebels as they take the ice as well. And we take it down to the PA for the starting lineups for both teams.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the CU Rec Center for tonight's matchup between the visiting UNLV versus your Colorado Buffaloes. Now the starting lineup for visiting UNLV. At right wing, number 37, Cole Wyatt. At center, number 21, Jason Dominguez. At left wing, number 10, Riley Jetson. At left defense, number 24, Rob McCollum. At right defense, number 22, Alec Johnson. And in net tonight for UNLV, number 29, Matt Boston. And now the starting lineup for your Colorado Buffaloes. Starting at right wing, number 14, Paxton Bunton. Starting at center, number 15, Keaton Ford. Starting at left wing, number 25, Blake Blevins. At right defense, number 12, Jack Ferguson. At left defense, number 17, Quentin Kinney. And in net tonight for your Buffaloes, number 30, Ethan James. Please rise and move your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Before we get this thing started, let's take a look at our starting goaltender matchup here. Ethan James is in net for the Colorado Buffaloes, coming into this one with a 4-4 record on the season. Not looking good on the goals average per game, 5.96, averaging 6 per game. Those numbers have been inflated from those last 4 games. Save percentage down to about 0.85. No shutouts. Landon Pavlician is 2-0 on the season, 1.5 goals against average, and is having a .938 save average. So decent numbers for Pavlician in the 2 games he's played. We're ready from the rec center as both teams head to the benches and get ready for the opening face-off.
Exactly, as you said, Ethan James's numbers a little bit inflated on goals allowed per game, you know, from the past 4 games, the past 2 sets. And Pavlician here with not many. We'll see what happens here.
All right, we are ready. The opening face-off is going to be Jason DeMizio and Keaton Ford. We're off from the CU Rec Center as the UNLV seems to have won the face-off, but Paxton Bunting takes over. Here's a shot that goes off of Pavlician and right out of play. So right out the gate, Colorado gets a chance.
And it's been 10 seconds, I know, but that's exactly what we were talking about. Get, in their zone, get net front presence, and really take it to UNLV early on in the period.
Here's a shot from Peterson. It goes a little wide. UNLV now dumps it into the zone. Jensen to chase it down. That's icing. And so 2 whistles here in the first 20 seconds as we head back to the UNLV zone. Pashenik in the dot for the Buffs. Can't win this one. It's around the side. And now picked up by the Rebels. Here's the assistant captain, Johnson. Now moves in, has the pass disrupted. Kinney now takes over and hands off to Pashenik. Dumped into the zone and settled down by Pavlison. And now, here come the Rebels. Here's the pass, and ooh, he was decked. And Johnson heads to the bench as Wyatt took it into the zone for the Rebels. A fight for it, won by Colorado. Now here is one of the assistant captains today, Mark Borghi. Dumps it in the zone as CU will conduct some line changes. Fresh skaters out on the ice, a bit of a giveaway, but they tighten up and don't let up the softie. UNLV regroups a little bit after that scare. To get it out, here come the Rebels. Strong dumps it in, and ooh, a big check behind the boards. Pass in front, can't quite hit his man. Kept in the zone, and it's disrupted. Kleinman now to clear the zone as he hands it off for Del Tofo, who gets it into the Rebel zone. Sets around and lost there. And that will be a stoppage of play as it goes out of play.
A little bit of a mistake there early on by Las Vegas behind their own net, waiting for a change for both teams, and just gives the puck right away to Colorado, right at the left post. Quick reaction by Pavlison to prevent the opportunity, and it remains 0-0.
Face-off won by the Rebels. And now cleared out of the zone. Gallant hands it off to Butuso. Centers it and can't find a recipient. Someone taken down behind the play as Fred Farrow gets a big hit and he clears the zone. Giving chase now with it. It is Protomastro. Now lost. Colorado in the behind the net. Clears it out. Here's a shot that gets knocked away. Now another chance. Goes wide. Dumped in. Protomastro will miss that one. And Wyatt picks it up. Can't chip it by. And Kinney finds Protomastro. Here's a shot that goes off the stick of a Rebel defender and out of play.
UNLV showing off their speed early on with Michael Butuso flashing down the near side boards, bottom of your screen, quickly speeding into the zone and just as quickly speeding back out.
Won by Colorado. Kenny dumps it back in. A centering pass finds no one but Rebels, but there is a little bit of a struggle to clear it. Now they do. Blevins just to send it in and an easy glove by Pavlison.
Colorado early on with impressive physicality and forecheck and back check, both ends of the ice. Big hits along the boards in all 200 feet. And that's something they're really going to have to use to take to UNLV in this match tonight.
And Foy wins that duel, but he loses the puck. And Malone was knocked away from the puck. A nice defensive play. And now Kinney takes Ness to the ground and takes his helmet off.
And I believe we do have a penalty here on Colorado.
So Quinn and Kinney to the box after that play on Jaden Ness, which, by the way, it's Ness's first appearance of the season for the Rebels. First game he's participating in. And the Rebels go to their first power play. Won by the Rebels. And Almonte will hand it off. Back here, waits, finds an open man. Big save by James.
What
Looked like
a play.
He had an open net. Just couldn't fire it. And that goes out of the zone. Jake Berry couldn't keep it in the zone. And Colorado escapes the first 30 seconds without letting one up. Now Jake Berry couldn't get it through McConaughey, but he'll regroup. Go behind the net. And now advances once again. Flips it ahead for Del Monte. And now Jensen. Sends it back. Strong. Now picked up by Del Monte. He lost it. And here comes Farrow giving chase. Can't get it. And now Strong advances once again. Kept out of the zone for a second. Now they regroup again. Good neutralized play by Colorado as it's prevented UNLV from getting really any scoring chances since that really good one they've had early in the power play. That's cleared down by Kate, and over a minute is gone on the power play. McCollum gives it off to Gallant. And now Alec Johnson dumps it into the zone around the boards. Gallant giving chase, beats Kate to the punch. And now Wyatt finds Johnson again. Finds an open man in Flanders. Now a shot that goes wide off of James. Sprawling down and a whistle. Nice play by James there to prevent a goal.
I thought that went in, to be honest. I was watching, I thought that puck went in. But really impressive job by Colorado with 15 seconds left on this power play to hold UNLV out of the offensive zone for nearly the entire time.
A very impressive job on this first penalty kill for Colorado. And I think you can start to see the rust for UNLV after not playing last week. But who knows? They'll get that rust off here after the first. At least that's what you would assume if you're UNLV right now. Cleared out of the zone, and the Buffs have killed off the penalty. Kinney is out of the box, and he immediately heads to the bench as Tommy Kleinman takes his place. Now a bit of a goalie scramble, and here is a clear. Demizio hands it off. Right in front and knocked away. Now to pick it up, it's Caleb Gold. Finds Kleinman. Lost it. And here's Quinn, who takes over as the Rebels recover. Quinn goes behind his own net, and will drop it off for Jackson Wyatt. Wyatt with a burst of speed across the blue line, and he still has it with a centering pass, looking for Jensen, and doesn't find anyone. Now the Buffs with a 3-on-2 opportunity here. Here's a shot, and it goes just wide. DiDomizio had a chance there. A fight for it, and the Rebels pick it up and will advance.
Vegas' zone entry has been impressive so far in these first 7 minutes of the game, but Colorado, for the most part, has held them out of their own zone.
They're doing a good job. Here is Fellig. Around behind the net, drops it off for Luke Burke. Now a shot from Del Monte is stopped by James.
And James coming up with the chest pad save, holding the puck and preventing a scoring opportunity for Vegas.
You know, and this is the start the Buffs kind of wanted. They're not letting UNLV run over them. They're hitting hard, they're playing fast, and that's what they need to do to start.
Face-off won by the Buffs. They continue some good plays here through the first 7 minutes.
The hot start that we were looking for, Alex.
And while it is a hot start, hasn't resulted in a goal just yet. Big hit from McConaughey on Fellig. As it's dumped into the UNLV zone, Del Monte will retrieve it. That's going to be coming back as a icing is called.
And, you know, through the first 7.5 minutes here, there have been a lot of face-offs. Colorado is going to be kind of watching these to make sure they're not losing too many, especially in the offensive zone. That can lead to direct scoring chances for Vegas that they do not want to give up.
Tinling in the face-off duels with Pashenik, and they fight a little bit as that face-off ends up going behind the net and now recovered by the Rebels. Here's Burke. Ooh, Burke hit by McConaughey, now runs in to another Buff. McConaughey now falls down after a hit from Tinling. Circle around James. An easy stop on the wraparound by Tinling and another stoppage of play.
A little bit dangerous there. He could have gotten that puck up a little bit. James was not fully covering the entire post. Definitely got the bottom, and that's why that puck did not go in the net. But he's going to want to watch out a little bit on that. Maybe he read it and, you know, thought that puck is not being lifted in. He doesn't have the angle. But just something to watch out for if you're Ethan James. Gallant is going to take on Foy in this battle in the face-off circle to the left of Ethan James. Won by the Rebels. Johnson now retrieves it, and that shot goes way high over the net. Battle for it. Loose puck and picked up by UNLV. It's Flanders. Just throws it on, and it's wide.
Johnson was wanting it there, didn't get it.
Here's Foy to take it out and clears the zone. Johnson recovers as the Rebels regroup. So some neutral zone play. Blevins, can he get an opportunity? No. Good play by McCollum to keep it out. Foy hits Johnson. The crowd loves that hit. Nice pass here to Blevins as they move into the zone. And lost there by Johnson, picks it up. Now here's Wyatt. Finding a lane, shoots wide. Rebound by Galana, saved by James, and he can't quite cover it up. It's loose and picked up. Here's Jackson Wyatt. That goes wide. Circled around. And a chance that they couldn't capitalize. Wyatt picks off Kinney, but he gets it back. Kinney to advance, hands it off for Blevins as they clear the zone. So here we go. UNLV back into the zone. Shaking off a player. Now a hit attempt does not work out. Colorado the other way though. Dumps it into the zone. Havlicin will just stick it out. And a clear from the Rebels. Wyatt has a pass that doesn't quite hit Jensen. And it sets us behind. Jensen tries to attack and can't quite win that puck off of Lewis. Gosnell now takes it out of the zone. He's got Protomastro, but he loses the puck. Good defensive play by Denizio. Battle for it. Loose puck picked up by the Rebels. Jensen will just lift it and dump it in as he heads to the bench. Lewis picks it up for the Buffs. Lewis goes around Fellig, tries to dump it in, and he can't quite get it in the zone. It's good neutral play for the Rebels. Got to keep it in the zone. Jaden Ness can't quite keep it in the zone as he hands it off. And now Fellig into the Colorado zone. Here's a shot, right in. James covers it up right before it goes into the net.
Oh, a fantastic play by the goaltender for Colorado. Makes the initial stop, floundering as he's flying to the left. Puck does not quite manage to slide in and loses momentum on that initial stop. And James is able to locate it in the crease, cover it up with his glove and stick before it goes in the net.
I mean, we talked it out before the game. Ethan James' goals against average was a little high. But we also have to remember, what was it, 3 weeks ago? He was the hero against Missouri State here at the CU Rec Center. He can make the saves. They just need to help him out a little bit.
Colorado takes control of the face-off. Here's Ferguson to clear it out. That was a bit of a heart attack from James, but he got on top of it. It's into the Rebel zone. It goes behind their net. And picked up. And they can't quite get it through. Tel Tofo now chases it as it goes behind the net again. Here is Ferguson. Makes a move around Malone and gets it into the zone. Here's a shot. And dropped by Pavlicin, but not really much of a problem there as he's surrounded by his teammates. Kinney shoots, goes wide, and out of play.
Colorado Fortunate going to work on that shift there. Impressive play by them. Able to take a missed pass by UNLV off the boards, re-enter the zone for the second or third time, and keep pressuring, get Pavlison to drop the puck on an attempted save. And now they get an offensive zone face-off. If they can continue this, that's good for Colorado. Good, good chances for them coming, hopefully.
Draw one by Foy. Kate gets blown up by Tinley. And now Hartman to take over, trying to get a centering pass, can't find anyone but Rebels. It's Caleb Strong now. Drops it back and finds his teammate. It's Alec Johnson across into neutral ice. Now into the buff zone. Alec Johnson takes control again, shoots and high. It goes. Around the back of the net. Picked up by Hartman. Lost. And Caleb Strong can't quite hang on to it. And now here comes Alex Hartman. Shoot, save by Pavlison.
Not much of a shot there for Hartman, wrapping around the defender for Vegas and trying to shoot at the goalie, far out of his net. Not much of an angle there, but enough of one to get a good, decent chance. And on a breakaway that leads to an offensive zone faceoff. Again, if they keep this up, keep getting more chances, that prevents UNLV from scoring theoretically and gives a greater chance to Colorado for doing so.
We're seeing a very competitive first period so far, as 12 minutes has gone by. We have 8 minutes left.
And perhaps not exactly what we were thinking from the first period.
Exactly. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from the Colorado Buffaloes. They are doing their job in holding UNLV off the board. It looks like that one is offsides.
And that's a shame for Vegas there. I'm not exactly sure which player. I believe number 3, Bradley Golant, but was flying in down the center of the ice there, and could have had a very dangerous chance had that not been offside. Obviously, unfortunately for Vegas, it was.
I guess you could say he was a little too fast for his own good. Pashenik will go against Gallant, and he wins the face-off. That battle goes to Pashenik.
You've picked up the quips now.
I guess I have. McConaughey misses that one, but here come the Rebels. Tuso does not go offside, so he can't hang on to the puck. It's out of the zone. Quinn drops it off. Tuso again. Finds a man, drops it off, lost it. Could not find the Captain Mazzillo. Here's a 3-on-1. Here's Borghi, back across. It's wide. McConaughey had a seemingly open net and a chance to get Colorado the lead. Doesn't happen, but they will be going to the power play.
Absolutely, Colorado gets the power play, and what a missed chance there, honestly, by both teams. Las Vegas comes in flying to the right here, and nearly gets a 3-on-1 there. Colorado breaks up the play twice, comes back, and gets nearly a wide open net, and just missed.
Great chance there from McConaughey, but the Buffs will be going to the power play here. It looks like they called a hold. And now the Buffs have 2 minutes to maybe put one in the net and take the early lead.
So Colorado will have their first man advantage opportunity as we have a little stoppage.
And I want to be watching out. I saw Niezlanik hopping down to the locker room for Colorado. Keep an eye on that.
A little bit of concerning there. Demizio hits bunting, and now Colorado trying to get something going on the power play. Their first man advantage, as they will try to capitalize with Patuso on the box. But now, here comes Burke with a chance for UNLV. He's got no one with him, and that goes nowhere. Picked up by Kate as he knocks it away from Burke.
Vegas' communication hasn't been great here in the first period.
And once again, I mentioned it earlier, the rust for the Rebels right now looking pretty apparent.
Exactly, communication off, passes off, and some good chances just kind of missed by Vegas here.
So very competitive here, 6:30 left in the first. Colorado's got a minute 15 on their main advantage, but it's picked off by Gallant. He's got Malone with him. They both circle around and away. Gosnell clears the zone, and we'll get it into the zone for a moment before it's knocked away. 1 minute left, and we have another stoppage.
not the ideal start to the power play there. UNLV has had a pretty easy time clearing it down the ice, killing a minute off already. We'll see if they can, the Bucks will pick it up in the next minute.
So there's a battle, and it's won by the Rebels. Here's Malone. He's got Gallant with him, and James makes a nice save. That one looked pretty dangerous. Moving in with is Kinney, who usually plays forward, who's been playing forward this season, but has switched to the defense with the injury to Ferguson. Peterson, excuse me. Here we go. Here's McConaughey now. McConaughey finds Kinney. Looks like he's got a shot, and it goes high. Here's Borgie. Finds Kinney again. Looking, missed that pass. Borgie regroups with 10 seconds on the man advantage. They'll have one more opportunity if they want. That pass was hit. And the Rebels will kill this penalty. Butuso's going to come back out of the box. That is cleared out. And Butuso heads right to the bench. And Burke now picks it up. Looking for a teammate. Can't find anyone right now as there's they jam it in the corner. Strong finds a pass. Here's Johnson in front. Here's another chance. And a goal for the Rebels. It's Jackson Wyatt who beats James in that seemingly massive screen in front of him. And the Rebels, despite a rough first period, are on the board first.
Yeah, not much Ethan James could do about that one. A lot of bodies in front of him. Lots of screening by both teams. Colorado trying to defend, Vegas trying to attack. And I would say maybe a little bit disappointing after all that work by Colorado to now be down one. But, you know, still stuff to take away and still stuff to grow on as they...
But I will say, it's still only a one-goal game.
Exactly,
It's
only
not
down
over
one.
yet.
Only down one.
They can't get down on themselves just because they're trailing. Doesn't mean they've lost this one yet. It's still the first period. But now they need to put one in the back of the net. Picked up by the Rebels now. Jackson Wyatt, the goal scorer, throws it in front, hits a body, and wants to find its way to the net. Now, Farrow lost it. Protomastro dumps it in. Now, bit miscommunication there, but Jackson Wyatt will find Riley Jensen. And now Wyatt again. DeMizio across the blue line. And Jensen dumps it into the zone and circles around the board. Here's Kinney. Tries to find Foy, does. And it's knocked off of Burke and back down. Kinney again with Strong challenging. Squibbed on ahead. And now Blevins lost it. Picked up by the Rebels again. Here's Tinling. That one doesn't quite hit. Ferguson falls. Blevins did not know pass was coming. Del Monte shoots. Blocked. Great block by Kate. Now here's Strong.
Kate, an alternate captain. We were talking about stepping up. That's one way to do it.
Here's a shot and a big save by James. We've got 3 minutes left in the first period. 1-0 UNLV.
And that's another way to do it. After giving up a goal, come back and make a nice stop on, you know, a relatively easy shot, but one that, you know, should be stopped. And James, in fact, makes the stop.
Face-off between Pashunik and Gallant. And now the Rebels take over. McCollum shoots another save by James. That one was right to the logo.
And that one was a little bit tougher. Not in terms of direction, but in terms of speed. That one was definitely quicker. James, with the speedy reaction, manages to make the second save here.
And so they go back to the face-off dot. Another battle. Gallant and Pashunik again. This time won by Galant, but a nice play by Borky to get it out of the zone. And now Pachetic, right in, wide again! Wide again! McConaughey just wide again! And the second time in this period that McConaughey, in a chance, can't bang it home. The crowd thought he scored.
They did. They are cheering down here. And from the same location, too. You know, flying right down past the left post of the goalie. That's impressive.
That is got to be brutal for McConaughey, but you got to regroup. Put that in the past.
Memory of a goldfish, even.
Yep, here's Gosnell. Drops it off. Here's McConaughey again. Can't find it past Quinn. Dumped in. And icing. Man, you got two unbelievable opportunities that Colorado's had. I'm not saying it should be 2-1, but there's a really unfortunate break as Jaden Ness for UNLV is off to the locker room, it looks like.
And whether that's an injury or leaving early, I'm unsure of, but that's two players, one for each side, who have left the game now. We'll see if they come back in a second.
And Pachenik will now take on someone else in the dot. That one was Demizio, but it's won again by the Rebels. Now here's Borky, gets a lead pass, McConaughey again, another chance, and he lost it on the breakaway opportunity with two defenders right on him. McConaughey lost it again. Bit of a rough period for him.
He had it poked away. I don't blame him on that breakaway.
Yeah, that was a tough one to win. Mazzillo around and right in front, getting a little physical afterwards.
Yeah, I like to see Colorado bouncing back after that goal. Initially, they played a little bit softer, almost as if they were affected by it. But they've gotten kind of back to that physicality they had for almost the entire first period.
You know, one thing, you never want to call a 10-goal scorer snake bitten. But tonight, Drew McConaughey, 3 chances already, great chances, no goals.
McConaughey is Colorado's leading scorer by 3 points, 10 goals, 6 assists on the season. His two line mates in Pachenik and Borgy, the next two up with 13 points each. Galant couldn't find anyone. And now taken over by Colorado for a moment. Now Kinney tries to steer away Galant. And he just nudges it along for Ferguson. Kinney again now takes over and just dumps it off. Malone now, lost it. Now picked up by the Rebels. Here's Fellig, he's got a chance. Right in, and it's wide. James makes a pretty routine stop as they battle it, as it's jammed in the corner.
Good defense from Ferguson there.
Here's a shot, that goes wide, it's steered away. 1 minute left in the first. UNLV has started to get it together here in the final, this last minute here. Now Ferguson moves it in and lost it. Del Monte can't quite hit Tinling as Kate clears the zone. Kleinman tries to get it and dumped in, but Jake Berry makes a nice glove to stop it. It goes and hits the paddle of James C. Covers with Tinling threatening.
And yeah, Ness for Vegas is back on the ice, coming to the bench. And you know, you mentioned in the last about 3 minutes, ever since their goal, essentially, Las Vegas has looked a lot better, a bit quicker, a bit more physical, and you know, a little bit more energized. And we'll see if the intermission can kind of neutralize that playing field a little bit, bring Colorado back, and bring Vegas back down a bit.
I'd assume that despite being down 1-0, the reception in the locker room is probably going to be better than what some of these players expected at the beginning of the game. And some of the fans, too.
Oh, definitely, compared to the last few games as well.
And that one is offsides. Another stoppage. We've got 16.8 seconds left in the first.
18.8?
Oh, 18.8, excuse me.
Not much time left in this first here, but with a draw slightly closer to Colorado zone, the faceoff could be important here. Possibly a chance for Vegas, possibly a clear for Colorado.
Strong and Foy confront each other. It's won by Strong. Here's Johnson, shoots high. The blocker save by, Bunting tried to get a big check. He just got rocked. But now here's a final opportunity. Floyd just shoots. It's wide as 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, another whistle before the end. There's a penalty.
Yeah, we got a penalty. It looks like a hit from behind in the corner on Foy. And the Buffs will start the second period with the man advantage here.
Great start to the, great possibility for start to the period there as we hit the end of the first. Better message, as you were saying, in the locker room after this first period. We're down 1, but it was a good period. Colorado played well. Vegas played probably not as well as they'd hoped to, but also quite well. And I liked what Colorado did there. Get a breakaway with about 5 seconds left, and just shoot it at the net. You never know, it might go in. And that's just the mentality they should have against a team like Vegas, who is so high-powered, so quick. Take what chances you have and try to hit the net, and who knows, you might get a goal.
As Ethan James heads to the bench, that's going to conclude our coverage for the first period. Stay tuned, because we've got an interview with Quinn Triple coming up after this. Well, welcome back, everyone, to the CU Rec Center. It's currently in the middle of the first and the second period. Beside me right now is one of the co-captains for the Colorado Buffaloes, Quinn Triple.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on.
So I guess opening question, just how you're feeling right now. I know the injury's got to be tough, but just overall, what are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I'm itching to be out there, but head's still hurting a little bit. Took a tough hit last week, but the guys are playing great. I'm on the bench supporting. I thought it was a great first period, so that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, about this game, how are you feeling so far? I mean, only down 1-0 against the #1 team in the country. I mean, you're still down, but I mean, it's not that bad right now. They're looking pretty good.
No, I mean, personally, I think we had the puck majority of that period. We were playing well, playing fast. The physicality, I think, was really helping us out there, and definitely a bonus having a power play going into the next period. So
that is really nice. So how do you feel like the first season this year has gone so far?
This season's been going great. We've had a couple hiccups, but we've been learning from them. We've really come together as a team the past couple of weeks. Had a couple tough matchups against good teams, but you know, excited to see where this season takes us.
Yeah, you're holding your own right now, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing from you guys.
Yeah.
So as co-captain, we know that Jake Hager recently announced that he was out for the season. And so now that both you and Hager are out, which both captains are out, how do you feel about the leadership going forward with the team as both you guys are on the bench right now?
You know, we got two great assistant captains in Mark Borgi and Jessica Tay, and they're doing an excellent job, you know, keeping the guys in line and focused, and you know, I'm helping out any way I can, you know, giving the guys a little boost, but definitely a huge bummer losing out on Jake. You know, great player, great leader, but he'll also be around helping out, which is great. But I think we're in great hands with our two captains that we have out there right now.
That's good. That's good to know. A little bit of fun question for you. Who do you think is the best chirper on the team?
Oh, wow. That is a good question. You know, I'm thinking a lot of guys. You know, I think Borgi always has something to say to these guys, no matter what team it is. We even have, you know, our assistant coach, Adam Tronco, used to play on our team. He's even throwing around a couple chirps out there.
Oh, okay. We got a little coach chirping going on right now. I love it. So, as you are a senior, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct, yep.
Yep. During your time here at CU, what would you say has been your favorite memory?
Wow, that's a good one. You know, a lot of good memories with the guys. My whole career. Wow. I'd say last year it was a lot of fun. You know, sweeping CSU at their barn. I mean, hard to beat that.
Yeah, that's
you know,
always a fun one.
Electric environment, and it's really fun to stick it to them in their own place. So
that's
a lot
awesome.
Of fun.
Yeah. And so to end things off here, going into the second half of the season, what do you and the team look to accomplish, and how do you feel you guys are going to get that done?
You know, like I said, we've had a couple tough matchups, but we're really coming together as a team, and you know, we're learning from our mistakes and getting better as we go. And I'm really looking forward to the second half of the season so we can show people what we can do. You know, we got a lot of guys out with injuries right now, but hopefully this break coming up, we'll get some guys healthy and back on the ice, and we'll be full strength out there, ready to go.
That sounds amazing. I cannot wait to see what you guys do this weekend, tonight, and for the second half of the season. I think that's it for what we got. That's all we got for you, Corinne. We thank you for your time.
Awesome. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Welcome back to the CU Rec Center. And the CU Buffs are back out on the ice as they swap sides for the second period of action from the CU Rec Center. Current score 1-0, University of Nevada, Las Vegas. They will be a man down to start the second period after Luke Burke took a penalty at literally the last second of the first period. So he'll start sitting in the box for 2 minutes.
I don't even think it was the last second. It was like the last 0.2, to be honest. It'll be interesting to see how this goes for Colorado, because oftentimes, you've just come off intermission, you're not quite as, warmed up into the game. Right away, penalties starting a period, not always the best for a team, and especially with the long change here, now that both sides have flipped. It'll be interesting to see how Colorado goes about this, how well they do, and how well Vegas is able to perform on their penalty kill. So
it's the McConaughey line, McConaughey, Pashenik, Borgie out to start the second period, and the defensive pairing starting is Gosnell and Kinney. Looks like there's a second in there for the Rebels. So, dare I say, the Colorado Buffaloes are going to start the second period on a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes.
Okay. I don't know what the second penalty was for, but 5-on-3 early. Let's have some fun.
So, this is a prime opportunity to get back in this game early as we're off in the second. 2 minutes on the 5-on-3. So here's Kenny now. He drops it off, and that's offsides. We'll have stoppage, our first of the period.
But a major, major opportunity, as you were saying here for Colorado. Initial 2 minutes, you can easily get a 1-0 goal here. 5-on-3, great opportunity.
And well, you mentioned it before the game. And so you go. We mentioned before the game that Colorado needs to stay out the box, and they've done that. Only one penalty so far in this game. This is now the second power play for Colorado, but this one's a 5-on-3. Here's a shot, and Kenny had a chance to get a rebound. It was just out of his reach. So maybe UNLV now's got to start thinking they got to stay out of the box. They cannot keep giving Colorado these opportunities. And that's gloved by Pavlison. I mean, you start out with a 5-on-3 and a penalty that you really shouldn't be taking.
Exactly, and for Colorado, this is what I was talking about. They first, about third of this penalty looked a little bit shaky upon entering the zone and holding it. But once they got set up, they got a good look and a good save from the goaltender for Vegas.
Draw one by the Colorado Buffaloes. And here's McConaughey. He'll go around, finds Borgie open. Trying to get a centering pass. Couldn't find him. Now gets it back and hits Gosnell. But Gosnell gives it back to Borgie. Drops it off. Here's a shot. Blocked by Del Monte. You got to stick on it. Kinney gets it back. Waits, shoots. Big save by Pavlison as Kinney falls to the ice.
Vegas with a very tight formation here for their three. Obviously, that's what they want to do, but they're able to be blocking a few shots here by Colorado.
So half of the penalty is gone. 1 minute gone in the 5-on-3. 1 minute gone in the period. As both they are without Riley Jensen and Luke Burke right now. And that's not really good if you're UNLV, but they played well defensively, keeping Colorado off the scoreboard here. And if they can hold through this, it's going to be a huge victory, huge moral victory for UNLV to stay in front.
Definitely. 5-on-3 usually in a game is something you want to score on if you're the one on it. And if you're able to defend that, that is a huge morale boost. Huge morale boost either way, actually.
So, big moment in this game. Early in the second, with the 5-on-3 halfway gone. Kinney's going to take over. Here's Gosnell. Finds Borgie. Right in front. A diving play by Quinn to keep that from reaching Pashenik. Borgie again behind the net. Blocked. And Mazzillo has a nice block. Pashenik just jams it into the pads. Another stoppage.
And that was very, very close to going across the line. Obviously, the goalie gets it with his pad, but very, very close there, on the line even. Good chances for Colorado here. A little bit slow, a little bit shaky, what I was talking about, but let's see if they can pick it up.
Won by the Rebels on this time, and Paxton Bunting takes over, finds Ferguson. Ferguson finds him again, right in front, and a chance! They score! It's Tommy Kleinman right in front as he falls down on the ice. The Colorado Buffaloes have tied this one at 1. A power play marker. Oh, Kleinman's down, still down. He may be injured. Oh no.
Well, that's not what we want to see at all. I gotta be honest, I was not looking. I did not see what happened. Great morale boost for Colorado on that 5-on-3 scoring, but huge loss.
That's, Tommy Kleinman just puts it in, and that one, ooh, that stings. He scores, he does a little celebration as he falls to the ice. Looked like maybe something during the play that he was able to bang it in and get a little celly off before he fell to the ice, but we're wishing the best for Kleinman. So they would need to regroup, but they've tied the game, that's what matters. Peschenik will fight DeMizio in the face-off dot as they confront each other at center ice.
And we're still on the power play here. Another opportunity with 30 seconds left on it for Colorado to get a goal.
So do they get another opportunity with 31 seconds on the power play? But a big penalty, that penalty now from UNLV that they took on Blevins, or that Blevins drew at the end of the first, proves costly for the Rebels as they let one up. Now, a nice toe drag from Burke as he's the one who comes out of the box. Jensen's in there for 2 more seconds. UNLV's killed off that penalty. First 2 minutes gone as now Jensen picks it up, drops it off. Wyatt's got a shot and he scores. Cole Wyatt puts it in. It's 2-1 UNLV.
And Vegas comes right back after that 5-on-3 goal to take another 1-goal lead. Colorado power play expires, and near instantly, I'd say within, 5 seconds, Vegas scores. Great for them, and mixed with that injury for Colorado on Kleinman, a little bit demoralizing, I would say.
That one is brutal. Jensen came out of the box, took over right at it. I mean, he came out of the box, the puck was right on his stick, and he finds Wyatt. He then finds an open net as he fools James. So now Colorado just had a shot that just got tipped away.
And a very close chance there for Colorado.
So a little bit of score effects going on here, potentially. Strong and fine right in front. Oh, that one just misses the net. That's cleared out as the Rebels regroup. Del Monte now. Can't find anyone. Ferguson takes over. Is a little wrestled up. And Burke takes over. Burke has it blocked off of the skate of Lewis. Ferguson gets a drop off. Nudged along, Bunting fanned on it, and then Lewis will finally dump it into the zone. Del Monte now. Cleared out of the zone, tipped ahead by Gallant to prevent an icing. Ferguson around the net, finds Hartman. Puck's gathered up now by Ferguson as he gets it across and past Flanders, who now gets it back for the Rebels and makes a nice move. Couldn't get a pass across. Hartman makes a nice play, and it's out of the zone. Here come the Buffs. DiMizio around the net. Can't find anyone now. Mazzillo, the captain for the Rebels, is now run into by DiMizio. Quinn now behind the net as they regroup. Flanders lobs it down, and he missed. His intended target, Michael Bertuso. Portamastro now hands it off for Hartman. Hartman shoots off the blocker of Pavlicek. Hartman trying to center it for Peschenik, couldn't find him. Farrow just dumps it back around. Here's a shot off of Pavlicek again. UNLV is going to finally clear the zone. Colorado got a couple good chances there, but no grade A scoring chances. So centered around, here's Jaden Ness fighting with it. Scramble gathered by Ness as he shoots, it's wide. Now Johnson. Johnson lost it. Here's McCollum now. McCollum waits, now circles around. McCollum taking his sweet time with the puck as he gets it back from Johnson. Now he shoots, and it's deflected up and on a play. There's a stoppage.
Wonderful play by Vegas there, flying around the net and passing it off to his partner, and then getting the puck back, opening up the shooting lane and getting a shot through, but a bit high and into the net.
So into the dot, it's Fellig, and he squares off with Keaton Foy. Won by Foy, and Kinney lost it to Fellig, but now it's cleared, and here's Del Tofo trying to fight away through ventral ice, but now it's Blevins, and he lost it. Had a chance there to try and generate a scoring opportunity, but now Blevins keeps the pressure on. Johnson tries to clear the zone. Keaton Foy can't keep it in. Kinney now waits for everyone to exit the zone and tries to get a pass to Blevins, and now it opens up a lane for Del Tofo. Del Tofo lost it as now it's dropped off. Ferguson makes a move. Couldn't lose Fellig. Ferguson lost it and now picked up. And a missed pass looking for Blevins is going to go all the way down. James won't even take over.
That's a shame. Good puck possession there by Colorado in the O-zone, and good opportunities that seem to be coming for them.
Top line out for the Buffs, aside from Borgie. Kinney now. Lost it. Wyatt, who scored that second goal. Both Wyatts for UNLV, the goal scorers here. Cole and Jackson Wyatt have both the Rebel markers as Colorado looks to even things up with 14 minutes to go in the second period. Here's Barry off of his own man's stick. Wyatt tipped it. And there's an upcoming power play for the Colorado Buffaloes.
Yeah, we have a cross check on the play there. Another chance for the Buffs to use this game up. Just to note quickly, on the Tommy Kleiman goal, assisted by Paxton Bunting and Jack Ferguson. Kleiman from Bunting and Ferguson on the first Buffs goal.
Not a great idea here for Vegas to take a power play. Colorado looking to kind of get their game back here in the second and looking to tie the score again. Vegas has given them an opportunity to do so.
It took a 5-on-3 to get one past Pavlicin, but if you can get one, you can get two.
And if you can get two, you can get three.
That's exactly what it is. Here's Pashenik on the dot for the Buffs. He goes against Gallant again. These two have been facing off all night long. This one is going to be cleared all the way down. Jason DiMizio, the offender for UNLV. And Kinney's stick goes absolutely flying up after getting knifed and sandwiched by two UNLV players, but he goes back and misses a pass. So now Gosnell behind the net. Oh, he drew Gallant to fall down, but he picks it up. Lost there. Here's a shot. Goes wide. Rebound. They score. A shorthanded goal by Bradley Gallant, who just did not give up on that play, even after he fell down to the ice. And he produces a scoring opportunity and finds a wide open net.
Well, that's not what you want at all. I was going to make a joke about the stick flying, but now it's 3-1. If you're Colorado, you might consider kind of regrouping here, maybe even take a timeout. And it might start to get in their heads a little bit because of how the past games have gone. They start giving up a lot of rapid goals, and then they're down. They don't want that to happen here. That might get in their heads a little bit. Calm down, Colorado.
I think the #1 ranked UNLV Rebels are starting to come out and starting to play like the #1 UNLV Rebels. And this is the first time that Colorado's really had any time in the offensive zone on this power play. That goal was set up after a face-off draw just got shanked out of the zone. So here's Ferguson now, giving some time here. He shoots, it's gonna go nowhere. Pavlicin makes a pretty routine save there. Bunting gives it to Foy. Now here's a cross-ice pass that finds no one. Now Bunting gathers it up. Trying to cross-ice pass to Kite. Couldn't find him, and that's kept in the zone by Ferguson. Right in front, they score! And it looks like it's a deflection in front, but a shot from Jack Ferguson gets tipped, and it finds the back of the net. It's a 1-goal game. Another power play goal.
Unfortunate, it should have been a tied game, but Colorado here brings it back within one after making a pretty bad mistake on their power play, to say the least, giving up the goal to Vegas, making it 3-1, but getting a return goal back and making sure that it's still a 1-goal game.
Just want to appreciate that keep at the blue line from Ferguson, gloving it down and getting the goal. Oh.
And well, Jeff was saying, it's 4-2. Score effects are a thing, and they are proving very apparent here in the second period, as UNLV literally wastes 0 time to get that 2-goal lead back.
This is a wild, wide open game, you know, here in Boulder tonight. Was 3-1, then 3-2, now 4-2. And Colorado gets a power play again.
And so Colorado's going back to the power play. It's absolute chaos at the rec center. I was going to say, after you finished your commentary, UNLV looked dominant the first 30 seconds of that power play. Did not look very good after that. And then they respond just by putting it in the back of the net. This game is such in a state of flux right now.
And Colorado
they go back to the power play.
Oh, definitely. Colorado has to be aware that they need a better start to this power play. If you can get a goal here on this power play, continue the scoring, make it a 1-goal game again, but you can't do what you did on the last one.
Well, they're starting off like they did last time. Galan was there just absolutely blazing across the ice. His speed has been very, very important and has been very helpful in generating chances for UNLV, and he put up in that 3rd goal for the Rebels. So a face-off in the Colorado zone between Fellig and what looks like Foy. Colorado takes control for a moment, and Foy goes down, or no, that's Kate who falls to the ice. It's Jax Ferguson, pardon me once again. Now circled around Pavlison, will just kind of corral it. And here's Del Monte as they jam it in the corner, a fight, a battle, a duel, an absolute war in the corner. Kate will curl up and he gets blasted by Butuso. And lobbed out and cleared. Kinney gonna be beat out to the punch by Butuso, it looks like. No, it doesn't. Kinney will take control. He hands it off to Del Tufo. Drops it off, here's Bunting. Hands it off, circled around. Foy on his stick and out of the zone.
Vegas very, very aggressive on this penalty kill here.
They've been aggressive in this second period overall, and it's led to 3 goals. Pashenik fans on a shot that could have been an opportunity. McConaughey now. He's got 2 with him. Kinney back to McConaughey. McConaughey now drops it off. And now McConaughey acquires it again. Kinney with the shot that goes off the stick of Fellig right in front. Here's Pashenik. Blocked. Now they score again. Another power play goal. Max Pashenik again on the power play. What is happening? It's 4-3. Every time Colorado's gone down 2, they've come back and scored again. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now.
What a game here. It's 4-3, 1-goal game again. Just over 10 left in the period, and we're near halfway through the game, and it's still a 1-goal game. Colorado here proving that flurry of goals by them, but by Vegas as well, will not stop them and will not let them down. And it remains a 1-goal game. Both teams still in the hunt for whoever wins this.
Score effects has truly been in effect, and it's been a factor here in the middle of this second period. We have had goal upon goal upon goal for the last handful of minutes. The action just does not stop as we're reaching the halfway point of the game. There are 7 goals in this game now already, and there's still 30 minutes of hockey left to play. So Colorado gets another power play goal. All 3 of their goals have come on the power play. So Vegas's penalty kill now may be becoming an issue. McCollum shoots that, gets a save by James. Be a little bit of a break from the scoring here as both teams can maybe settle it down, because both teams are just flying up and down the ice and just firing shot after shot. And neither goalie seems to be having a great couple minutes right now. And now another chance. Well, a 2-on-1 opportunity. There's another penalty on the ice.
I feel like it should be 4-on-4 here, to be honest. The refs missed I believe, a tripping penalty about 40 seconds back in Colorado's defensive zone. Fortunately, that happens and sometimes in a game, and it's to the power play for Vegas.
So after being on the penalty kill for quite a bit in the last 5 minutes, UNLV is going to go on the power play, up a goal, looking to regain that 2-goal lead for the third time in this second period.
Within the last, what, like 6 minutes?
I mean, we are literally at the halfway point of the game, and it's 4-3. Things have slowed down a little bit, but then again, they could just come right back up once again. You never know.
Exactly. There's a huge possibility for Vegas scoring a power play goal here. Colorado's penalty kill, which has been good through the first couple of games was good through the first few games of their season, needs to shine strong here.
I did say let's have some fun at the beginning of this period. This is more fun than I anticipated. I'm having a blast. I don't know about you guys.
This has been a great game. I mean, against the #1 team, I was not expecting this impressive of a game from Colorado. They've had their mistakes. They've had some of their issues and some of their, disciplinary actions, but it's been a great game so far.
And well, here we got an interesting development. Blake Blevins is going to go to the locker room, and someone's going to take his spot in the penalty box. This is going to be very interesting how this develops, to see if we see Blake Blevins on the ice again tonight.
Possible 10-minute major, or possibly game misconduct. Unsure, but it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Right now, the scoreboard says 4-4. I know that that's got to be a mistake.
Well, ours says 4-3, and unless we get any other info, that's what it'll stay. And a 5-minute major penalty on Blake Blevins here.
I mean, this could be the game right here. If the Bucks can kill off this 5 minute, and it's a 5-on-3 for 2, Gosnell joining Blevins, well, not Blevins in the box, Blevins, it looks like has a game misconduct, maybe a 5 and a 10. Not sure the exact call. But if they can kill this off, the momentum is in their favor. This could be a huge swing of the game halfway through the second period after a crazy start with 6 goals.
They're going to need a lot of physicality and a little bit of luck to kill off a 2-minute 5-on-3 and then a 3-minute power play following that.
So after Colorado's been on top of it on the power play for a while, they're now going to have, they need to have one of the penalty kills of their lives right now. Because this is going to be an absolute onslaught of shots here from UNLV, and they clear it down. And all you can do right now if you're Colorado is just waste time.
Send the puck down the ice, make sure you can defend your goalie, and make sure he has enough chances to stop the puck.
McCollum circles around. He's got Flanders Wyatt with him. Hands it off. Here's Johnson. Back to McCollum. He's done a very good job. We're circling around the net. He's holding onto the puck. Here's a blast from Johnson. Doesn't find the net. Hanging on to it, McCollum. Johnson again, right to the chest of James. McCollum fans, falls down, and now Pashenik, he's got a shot on the breakaway. Crowds on their feet. Backer save by Pass.
Great positioning there.
Oh, man, Pashenik may have had a chance to tie this game. But now a missed pass and finds Johnson. Now here's Barry, setting up, trying to set something up here. Gallant hands it off. Barry fanned on it. And McConaughey, he could have taken advantage of that. Right across. Wyatt in front. Fanned on by Gallant, and it's cleared off again.
Colorado needs this change. They are dead tired, but with the long change, I don't think they're able to.
30 seconds left on the 2-man advantage for the Rebels. UNLV across the Colorado zone again as they conduct some line changes. Barry now hands it off. Del Monte shoots, save by James, knocked away, puck's loose, picked up by Barry, he lost it, and oh my goodness, Colorado will have one more play to defend. Here's a pass, wide by Strong, or excuse me, that was Strong, excuse me. So they kill off the 2-man advantage. 3 minutes of a power play left to kill. They've looked strong on the defensive right now, and they're hanging by a thread. Barry hands it off. Strong back for Jensen, I believe. Strong fanned again. UNLV lost it. McConaughey, he's got Foy. Finds Foy. He'll just slap it. And a save by Pavlison. He'll drop it immediately off to prevent a face-off.
Colorado gets the change they needed.
Turbulent action. Half of the penalties killed. Shot. No good. Gallant again. Finds Barry. Looks again, Johnson. Now it's sent across. Barry. Back to Johnson. Here's a slapper that goes wide. 2 minutes left on the power play, and they score. They got 3 minutes, couldn't get the final 2. And they've still got 2 minutes to kill. It's 5-3. UNLV has regained a 2-goal lead for the 3rd time in this period.
That's unfortunate. They shouldn't have the final 2 minutes to kill. I believe they got it under.
It's a major.
Excuse me. It's a major. I was wrong. Forgot about that bit. Colorado just looked like just exhausted out there to me, and they did great for the 3 minutes. A very fantastic penalty kill there,
but UNLV, they put up an onslaught of shots as they were careening themselves to try and get the puck and get as many shots as they can, because they knew that this team would be gassed if they were out there for so long and kept it in the zone all the time. So they were running all over the place.
And naturally the one that gets in is a weird side deflection off the pad of Ethan James.
Of course. So UNLV is just flying across the ice right now. They do not even really seem gassed. Plus, they've been able to get line changes. Now here's Borghi. He's got a breakaway. Borghi in. Save by Pavlison. Another big save on this penalty kill for UNLV.
Oh, that was fantastic there. Great glove save. Wonderful positioning, and stops it from going back to a 1-goal game.
And also, one thing to note here, now with Blevins out and Kleiman hurt, this Buffs offensive unit is down 2 men. They only have 10 for the rest of this game, it looks like.
So they're going to be really put on, and they've got one of their biggest challenges of the year. And don't remember, Caden Islanik also went off the ice in the first, so that's 3. Colorado's reserves are getting very low. And UNLV has been taking advantage of that. 1 minute left on the Blevins major. Now moving in it is Tinling. Around the side, jammed in the corner, and almost cleared, but kept in the zone. The Rebels trying to pile on and put one more behind James. Dalmonte's shot is blockered away by James. Barry hangs onto it. They give Dalmonte very good passing right now. That one doesn't, and as I say it, that one doesn't really connect to Tinling. Barry hands off Dalmonte. Shoots, saved by James, and he covers it up. 25 seconds on the major.
Bit dangerous there. If that cross-ice pass for Vegas had connected, they've got an open net as James had not quite gotten back to the right side there. Could be 6-3. However, it doesn't connect, and it remains a 2-goal game.
And you can just see, if you look at the Colorado bench right now, they are gassed. And this team is hanging on a thread. They need to escape this period only down 2. Or maybe if they can get lucky and get a goal back, but they are desperation of the period change. Quinn now on the face-off win. Hand off. Wide of that net. Quinn drops it off for Wayne, or excuse me, Wyatt. And Quinn has a shot fanned on by Muzzillo, I believe. He gets it back, get another shot at it. Right to the hang, right to James as he is going to keep that one free from danger. 5 minutes left, and the major penalty is finally over.
Yep, Colorado finally manages to escape that major with only 1 goal given. Obviously not ideal, but given the offensive firepower of Vegas, I would say that that's not the worst scenario that, you know, Colorado could find themselves in right now.
And so we're back to even strength. Colorado takes control. Maybe they'll get an opportunity. Here's McConaughey with a burst of speed. Trying to get through the captain Mazzillo, can't do so. Now Fellig runs into Borghi. Fellig trying to clear it. Gets a pass to Ness, he can't get it out. Circle back around and acquired by McConaughey. Now Peshenik drops it off. Ferguson shoots, and it is knocked out of the way. And that's going to be offsides, but they got onside, so no worries about that for Colorado.
Bounced off their own defenseman, I believe.
You are correct. Here's Ness now. He shoots, that's off the stick of Kinney and free of Harn. Battle for it behind the Colorado net, and now the Buffs try to regroup. Kinney finds to Peshenik. Farrow trying to get out of the zone. McCollum just dumps it back in with a shot on target to James. Ferguson being chased. And now Kinney lost it. 1 out by DeMizio. DeMizio now. And now that one's kind of hooked over. Right in, oh, and a tip that almost beats James. It goes just wide. Back to Johnson. McCollum again. Johnson again. Tipped in front. That doesn't have the power that he wanted, and it looks like we're going to get a whistle with another Buff on the ice.
And I believe a power play on, 4-on-4, excuse me. Or matching minors, we'll see. Colorado getting outworked here in the last minute by Vegas. They're just passing the puck around at will. You know, just a slew of passes and plays, and little mistakes for Colorado, as we do get 4-on-4 action here.
And so, I mean, if you take a look right now, you take a look at Colorado's bench, you take a look at UNLV's bench, they've got so many more skaters than Colorado does right now. And Colorado is simply just gassed, and when they try to slow things down, UNLV is right on them with their blazing speed to try and pick things back up and get the puck back.
Exactly. Remind me to talk about the forecheck when we hit the end of the period.
Ferguson goes to the box for Colorado. Jason DeMizio's in the box for UNLV. Face-off controlled by Colorado. Almost a chance now, fanned by Strong. UNLV controls again. And a big check on Del Monte by Floyd. Now here's Strong trying to find Barry to get him a good look. He cannot do so, he lost it. And now Lewis looks like he'll get some time to regroup for Colorado as they move into the zone and just dump it in. Try and get anything in the offensive zone, but now here's Caleb Strong with an opportunity wide of the net, missed the mark. Tinling recovers, some more neutral-like play. Tinling lost the puck, tries to get it back as it's a fight for it, and we've got a penalty coming up.
Looks like a hooking call here against Bunting, I believe. And the Buffs, a 4-on-3, there's a lot of room on this ice, and that's not a good thing when UNLV is the team you're facing.
No, it's not. And just again, Colorado's back a man down as they seem to be the ones with the man up for the first half of the period. They've been the ones with the man down for the back half of this period.
And as we talked about, the power play, or the penalty issues for Colorado, and for Vegas taking advantage of that on the power play.
I mean, I don't know what the strategy is for Colorado right now. I mean, just don't keep it in the net. And that pass, if he hits Wyatt, that's in the back of the net. McCollum now. Johnson again. Wyatt, and he tried to go and pick one more extra pass. I think if he shot it, he would have scored. Yeah, these players for UNLV, they are not tired. They've been out there for, like, it seems like forever, especially McCollum and Johnson. That defensive pairing has been out there for what seems like an eternity, and they cannot, and Colorado cannot stop them, as there's just an absolute dogfight for the puck. And once again, Borgie can't clear the puck. And now they switch places again. Johnson lost it. Wyatt could not hit that pass. McCollum looking for Johnson. Now he lost it, and it's going to exit the zone. And now a chance for Borgie. He's going to get a chance in the shot. And a save from Pavlicek. 1:45 left. 10 seconds on the penalties for Ferguson and DeMizio. 5 seconds. They'll both come out now. It's a power play for 48 seconds for the Rebels. McConaughey now shoots. Oh, and that beat Pavlicek, but it's high over the net. He missed the target. McConaughey trying to recover again, but there is only Tinley now after a pass connection from Johnson. Pavlicek will send it around. And McConaughey's just going to pick it up here with a little bit of chance here is Peshenik. He's got Gosnell with him, can't hit him. Now, UNLV finally conducts a line change, so McCollum and Johnson will get some rest. 1 minute left in the period, 14 seconds on the power play. It's cleared down and dumped into the UNLV zone. Pavlicek will just tap it to Del Monte. And so, with 1 minute left, here is Del Tofo. Should be 40 seconds left. Falls down, it goes behind the net. UNLV just trying to end this period. Try and get one more opportunity. Here's Barry. He finds Strong. That one's gonna be sent all the way around. Lost. And once again, here's Jensen. Power play is over. Back to even strength for the last 20 seconds. Barry finds Del Monte with the shot and a glove save. Not a glove save, right into the chest of James. 11 seconds left.
Colorado's going to want to win this next face-off and just end the period here. Don't let Vegas get an opportunity to get a three-goal lead entering the third, and just regroup and, you know, come back in the third, trying to get the tie game back.
So what looks to be the final face-off, final confrontation at the dot of the period. UNLV's going to try and get one more shot. 5 seconds. Ferguson just jams it into the boards and he'll just run the clock out. And that is how the second period comes to a close. 7 goals in the second after a 1-0 first period. 7 goals in the second. UNLV outscores Colorado 4-3.
Wildly different offensively for like the tone for the second, and you know, mistakes on both sides, just little ones I think in terms of passing and communication for Vegas, and then bigger ones resulting in penalties for Colorado.
Yeah, and you know, down 2 against UNLV, going to the third, maybe not the place you want to be, but I think the Buffs showed they can play with any other team.
Let's go here. Big game for the fellas. We're not looking too bad. We just need to keep pucks on net, put the pucks deep. Let's go, boys. Come on. Big third period coming up. Let's ride. Go Buffs.
And so
we get some fan interaction.
Yeah, a little fan positivity here at the Rec Center.
They're enthusiastic.
Well, that's all we got. I mean, considering how they played the last couple weeks, this is not a very bad look right now.
Far improved play for Colorado. And, you know, even if the third period doesn't go their way, I'd say that the coaching staff and even the players would probably still be happy. Obviously, they have another game against Vegas tomorrow afternoon. And, you know, despite you wanting to win, you also want to take what you can from this game and bring it into the next one against the same opponent. And it's going to be interesting to see how both teams kind of react to that, you know, that not predicament, the schedule that they'll have facing one another tomorrow.
So yeah, that's all we got from the Rec Center in period 2. We'll have Cam Bandoni for an interview in between the second and the third, it looks like. We'll be back. Welcome back to the CU Rec Center. We're currently in the middle of the second and the third period here between the Colorado Buffaloes and the University of Nevada, Las Vegas Rebels. And I am here with Cam Bandoni of the Colorado Buffaloes right now. And overall, just to start things off, how are you feeling right now, overall, just in general?
In general, I'm feeling not too bad. I like our team's effort this far. I think we got just about like almost as much out of this past period as we wanted. We had a lot of opportunities on the power play during the second, and looks like we followed through on nearly all of them.
So going off of, you mentioned the 3 power play goals. Just take me through that second period and what your thoughts were as an observer instead of a player.
Starting out, we started on a 5-on-3, and so when you're out there, you kind of want to take your time and stay poised, because you know with 2 guys down, you know you're always going to have a pass open. So we felt good about starting the second with the 5-on-3, and it was awesome to capitalize on that.
Well, I mean, you guys have been looking pretty good today, despite being down 2 goals. So I'm where I'm at right now. So in your opinion, how has the first half of the season gone? And what are you looking at as the big takeaways?
I think we're all pretty positive about how we started out. Right off the bat, we were 6-0, and then we went to 8-2, and we were pretty satisfied with our performance during our first couple of games. We didn't know what we'd be looking like coming in, because since we had a lot of new guys last year and not so many this year. So first half of the season, we did a lot of good things.
Well, yeah, no, I'm very impressed with what you guys have been doing tonight, and just overall in the first season. It's gone pretty well for you guys. Moving on a little bit, a little fun question for you. Who, in your opinion, who's the best chirper on the team?
Best chirps, I'd have to probably give it to Blevs. He's the Blevins is the guy that's always making us laugh on the ice, and he's always chucking chirps off the bench, making guys mad on the other team.
Yeah, he definitely seems to be that agitator type of player, and yeah, you got to play with those emotions. So remind me, you are a sophomore?
Correct.
And so during your time here at CU so far, what would you say is your favorite moment?
Favorite moment, I would have to give that to one of our games against CSU last year. We were playing in their barn, and we had our senior goalie in net. We had Ravi Khatri in net. We were able to pull off a win against that team, and it was just electric in the locker room afterwards, because that barn was so loud that night.
Yeah, Quinn had the exact same answer about last year at the barn in CSU. One more question for you. Looking forward to the second half of the year, what do you and the team feel like you guys need to look to accomplish, and how do you guys feel like you're going to get that done?
I think ideally, I think we'd like to get back to close to the winning percentage we started with at the beginning of the season. Once we get there, once we close out a few more sweeps, I feel like we're going to start feeling like we did, because we started with a lot of momentum, and that was something that we had a lot less of last season. So I'm excited.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited to see what you guys are going to put together for the second half of the year. Good luck to you guys tonight and for the future.
Thank you.
Sweet. back at the CU Rec Center for period 3 between the Colorado Buffaloes and the University of Nevada, Las Vegas Rebels. We saw massive scoring, offensive firepower. Basically, the team can score at will in the second period. 7 goals, 4 for UNLV, 3 for Colorado. The current score, 5-3 in favor of the Rebels.
You know, earlier this week I talked to head coach Benny Tyler. He said, quote, "We know we have the talent to be a good team. I just feel like a lot of the work we have to do is kind of shoulders up." I think that's exactly what we see here tonight. It's a 5-3 game. They're keeping up with this UNLV #1 ranked team. They had some mental mistakes. That third goal they let up, a turnover on the power play, led to the puck in their net. Maybe a mental lapse from Ethan James on the 4th goal. But they have the talent to compete with any team, and it's showing here tonight.
We're off for the third. Controlled by the Rebels as McCollum and Johnson start out on the ice for the Rebels once again. Right in front, and a goal. And a fast start to this one for the UNLV Rebels. A goal just 14 seconds in as they find an open man and is just all alone. Makes a couple moves shootout style on Ethan James.
Well, that's not what we wanted at all, and they are quite happy over there on the Vegas bench. Colorado, not how you want to start. You know, whenever they were talking about the locker room in terms of regrouping, quick start, didn't go as planned. They got to get back to their game and get back to what they were doing in the first period, honestly.
Crowd is still filing back in, and I'm pretty sure some of them are looking up at the scoreboard like, wait, 6-3? It was just 5-3. Did they score in the first 15 seconds? Well, the answer is yes, they did. They really did, and here we go. UNLV back threatening again. Tinley ends it back out. Stick on the ice. Loose stick. And battle for it, comes out of the zone. Into the corner, Lewis will just steer away for the moment, and we've got a whistle.
Lucky that hit the glass there. I was ready for a delay of game penalty there on Colorado. Like I was saying, getting back to how they played in the first period, Colorado, though they were down 1-0 at the end of that first 20 minutes, they played honestly fantastic and maybe the best they have all game. They forechecked really hard, had great back check, and really took you know, UNLV like kind of on the ropes with their physicality and messing up their passes and plays. And they got to get back to that if they want any sort of hope of winning this game.
Pashenik wins a draw against Malone, and Colorado tries to clear the zone, but a whiff there from 2 players leads the puck to Kate, who clears the zone for a moment. It's cleared out again, but once again will be put right back in. Ness is hit by Hartman, but now a chance, and knocked away and swatted out. Barry tries to get it past Del Monte, goes off the stick of Borghi, and that shot goes way high off target. A little bit of confusion there, leads the puck to Borghi, who now moves ahead is Pashenik. Pashenik trying to keep control, finds McConaughey, who shoots, and a save by Pavlison.
Had a bit of trouble there, quickly rebounding puck, tripped him up a little bit, got the pad on it though.
And so now UNLV trying to put another one home. Fellig finds what looks to be Flanders. Quinn now in the back. Finds an open Flanders, who shoots, and a save is made by James. Kenny now tried to take over, almost lost it to Gallant, who has just been all over the ice and has just been nonstop freeing pucks for his fellow teammates.
Great forecheck and pressure by Vegas here in the offensive zone for them. Colorado, little bit tense, little bit antsy it looks like to me, and not playing with like a ton of just calmness and you know, let's go about our game. They're a little nervous, and it shows a little bit, I think.
Vegas wins the draw here. A cross-ice pass to Flanders goes high away from the net as Gallant jumped out of a screen. Patuso finds Mazzillo, the captain, again. He fakes, tries to hit Butuso, but it just was not meant to be. But Butuso picks the puck up back again and gathers it for the Rebels. He drops it off for the aforementioned Muzzillo. He finds Butuso, just blasts it from the point. Doesn't quite have the speed he was looking for on that play. Colorado just desperately trying to get it out of their own zone. Another jam in front, and it's knocked out. Kept in the zone by Quinn. No, offsides. And so 3 minutes gone in this third period. UNLV's already put one on the board, but Colorado needs to have something, anything in the offensive zone, which is something they've been starved of through the first 3 minutes of this period. But here's Putamastro trying to get it through. Johnson couldn't escape. Putamastro will dump it into the zone, and Colorado will get a little bit of zone time, but who knows how long that is going to last. Wyatt lost it, kept in the zone. Here's DiMizio. Oh, and he falls down. A little tripping calls. What the refs maybe could call, but it's not there. It's the zone. McCollum. Now in, just steers away. Just trying to keep it away. And I mean, look at the hustle from Colt Wyatt to just keep Colorado on its toes. And now he has the puck. Finds DiMizio, and that shot is high away, and it may be a chance, and they score again. So once again, UNLV just keeps the pressure on, and they end up putting it home again. This one looks like it's going to go to Riley Jensen.
And an exact reverse, honestly, of the start of the first period. Colorado just tripping over themselves, not communicating, not knowing where each other are. Vegas just playing calm, cool, collected, able to make their passes. And they score there, their 7th goal on a little bit of a flurry of action right in front of the net. Ethan James not quite able to see where the puck is and what was going on, and it ends up bouncing right past him up to the top of the net.
Well, Colorado's playing a bit sloppy right now, and the hustle from Las Vegas right now is catching them off guard in every way, shape, and form. It seems like every single guy is outpacing a Colorado player, and it's resulting in goals for their team.
And they're able to just roll their lines and just stay fresh throughout the game.
That one's lobbed into the zone, and Colorado just begging for any sort of zone time as they're down 3 players right now, forwards who started the game. Blake Blevins out, what looks like to be a match penalty, which led to that major. Tommy Kleiman, who got injured after he scored his goal. And then Cade Nieslanik, who ended up leaving in the first period and hasn't seen the ice since.
And that doesn't even count the ones already injured prior to the game.
Here's a shot and a big sprawling save by James, but goes right back to UNLV, and that exits the zone. Quinn Triple, Cam Bandoni, both not in the lineup tonight for Colorado.
And Jake Hager for the season.
And that also as well. And they're really...
That's what, 6 or 7?
And that's not even thinking about Jack Ferguson, who is also, or excuse me, Johnny Peterson, who has not played tonight as well. So Colorado is a little bit short on their reserves, and it's showing right now. Gosnell gets it in the zone. Del Tufo trying to do anything to try and get it in the zone. Lost stick for Ness, but picks it back up, and Muzzillo is down. We got a whistle.
And a penalty on Colorado.
Bunting's going to the box. So UNLV, and Bunting shows his frustration as he punches the glass there. And Colorado's going to go back to the penalty kill, down 4 goals.
And Vegas here with an opportunity to make it 5.
This game's starting to get away from the Colorado Buffaloes. And Gosnell now looks to be
just letting Quinn Triple back off the ice.
Never mind. A little bit of a heart attack there. But, well, here we go. Pashenik again in a face-off dot. This time facing off against Cesaro Tinling. Caleb Strong loses the puck a little bit. Here is Barry right to Jensen. And it's out of the zone. No, it's still in the zone. Loose puck recovered by UNLV once again. shot goes wide. And so here go the Rebels. Up 4 with a little under 14 left. 30 seconds gone on the bunting power penalty. Del Monte hands it off for Barry. Right in front. Jensen can't get a stick on it and put it on. Tried to put top shelf. James was alert. Good save. Barry again. Looks the handoff. Tinling works his way in. He can't work his way through 4 Buffaloes. Del Monte regroups. Puts it on, another shot that just doesn't find its way to Ethan James with the mess of sticks that is down there. But also, yeah, here's Pat Flisson to recover the puck.
And after a tight, active defense by Colorado there, they get a line change and hold the puck in the offensive zone.
So now they try to just regroup because they knew where that game weren't going to get much of a scoring chance. They were worried more about possession. 30 seconds left on the bunting penalty as here's Wyatt with a burst of steam. Lost it, and oh, baby. Absolutely crushed is Nicholas Flanders, UNLV's leading scorer heading into this game. Dropped off for McCollum as the top defensive pairing for UNLV's back out. Battle for it in the corner. And here's a loose puck. And maybe with Bunting coming out of the box, they could have gotten a chance. They don't. Fanned by Kinney. And UNLV takes over Flanders. Lost it. And Wyatt has some time to look at over. Flanders in front. James covers. And with 12 left, score remains 7-3 as Colorado kills that penalty. And so, a bit of not the way that Colorado wants to start this third period. And this game's starting to get away from them as UNLV brushes the rust off of them. And, well, you can kind of tell that Colorado kind of kept them and caught them napping in the first half of this game because UNLV has played lights out in the back half of this game so far. This draw's won by Colorado and they have a chance. Maybe a little bit of time in the offensive zone, maybe a shot. And we've got a stoppage, maybe a penalty.
Offsides, maybe? I'm not sure. But whatever it is leads to an offensive zone face-off for Colorado. Something they can take advantage of, possibly. We'll see.
DiMizio confronting his opponent, which is Fellig. UNLV wins the draw and clears. Right in comes Malone. Around the side, it's Fellig again. Trying to drop it off for a teammate. And a war in the corner with just hit after hit. Ends up finding the stick of DiMizio, who finds Portamastro. Drops it off for Farrow, who then just gets a shot, and that's probably the first couple shots Colorado's gotten in this period as Pavlison makes an easy save.
Good zone entry there, though, by Colorado, and good idea to get the puck on net. Just swiped away by Pavlison. And, you know, up in the net, another offensive zone face-off. Right now, all about all you can do for Colorado.
So the control goes to Colorado. Peschenik finds Del Tufo, but he tries to circle back around for Peschenik, and he finds him. But he lost it. Del Monte trying to clear it. Back behind the net it goes. Jake Berry's right there for UNLV. Out of the zone it goes. Gate will just center it in. And so Del Monte takes over. Hits the stick, but not a clean pass. Trying to find Strong now. Gate takes over for Colorado. As he gathers this one, lost it. Tinling makes a great block, and if that wasn't as fast of a shot, he could have had a breakaway opportunity. So Colorado with a little under 11 minutes left, down 4 right now, and they can't seem to get anything offensively going here in this third period.
No, exactly. It depends on the tone of the game. Down 4 with 10 minutes left is very doable. Sorry, not very doable, but decently doable. But the way Colorado's been playing, the way Vegas has been playing, I'm not sure if I see it right now.
That shot from McCollum goes wide, missed his mark. And you can see UNLV's trying to place pucks in very difficult places. Now Borgie, can he get a shot on? Great stick by McCollum to keep him away from a shot. Kinney just trying to get anything. Foy trying to find a man, and no interference call, but now we have a whistle as we have another Buffalo on the ice. Yet again, this time it's Mark Borgie.
Yeah, it just looks like I didn't see the penalty. Wasn't really in the play, but it looks like Borgie got hit high, slow to get up, and we'll see how this goes. I mean, we're already down 2 captains. Borgie's one of the assistants we talked about. This would be a huge loss, especially a 4th forward. This is getting ridiculous for the Buffs, like forward unit down 4 guys if Borgie can't return.
Especially because these 2 teams play tomorrow, like we've said. Borgie looks mostly all right, skating under his own power right now, but is going to go off the ice, and we hope he comes back.
Borgie may be done for the night with 10:24 left in the third, but Colorado will go to the power play as Robert McCollum, half of UNLV's top defensive pairing, goes to the box. So they'll be getting very interesting with Alec Johnson. Who will they pair with him on the defensive side, or if they decide to pair him with anyone? As another battle in the corner, they jam it in there, still fighting for it. And the puck, again, it's still loose and it's whipped out. Now an open chance. Kate whiffs and fans on the shot. Could have potentially been the best look in the period. Foy trying to gain control. Colorado just trying to gain control at all. Under 10 minutes to go in the third as the puck exits the zone. Kate will drop it off for Ferguson. Look at this. Butuso giving chase to every defender who touches the puck right now. UNLV skating with purpose at every skate.
Hounding every Buffalo on the ice.
Like they are looming over their shoulder at all times. And it's keeping Colorado on their feet, and they can't keep up right now. And it's really showing in this third period. Kate finds Ferguson. Can they get a shot off here? Here is a shot that doesn't find its way to Patterson. It's blocked by Mazzillo. The captain is a little wobbly getting up from that blocked shot. Puck is freed for Del Tufo. Here's Bunting to shoot. He hits Butuso, and the attack is on. Here's Gallant. Once again, shoots, and a big save from James. As he settles it down, 30 seconds on the man advantage, under 9 minutes left. Advancing with it is Gosnell, and he dumps it all the way in. Icing is called.
That's quite a thing, taking an icing on a power play. As Borgie is now back on the ice and back to the Colorado bench. That's just great. Didn't want to see, obviously, another injury to the team.
It looks like Mark Borgie has returned to the ice. He's back on the bench, so that's a good thing. Back up to 9 forwards instead of 8. Still missing 3, not great for your team, especially when you have a game at 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh, definitely. No time to rest, as the refs are deliberating something here near center ice, near the faceoff dot. Unsure what?
But as they confer, you take a look at what Colorado was able to do in the second period, especially on the power play, and it just hasn't been anything like that here in the third. And right now, they're just begging for any sort of chance to shoot the puck. But UNLV has been so effective at changing skaters, getting fresh bodies out, and everyone is just, as we mentioned before, just pressure, nonstop pressure from UNLV. And it's led to a couple goals for this team, and that's what's the difference right now. Colorado is not matching their speed in this third period. And when you're down 3 forwards, it shows. Peshenik drops it for Kinney. He shoots. And there's a shot that I think maybe grazes off the glove of Pavlicek. Fight for it. And out of play. 8:14 to go. The power play is over for Colorado. And yeah, this is getting a little out of hand. But they have an offensive draw. DiMizio will take the face-off for the Buffaloes. And it's picked up by the Rebels. Cleared down. And oh boy, Ferguson just gets absolutely rocked in the helmet, and he's slow to get up. He's going straight for the bench. Lewis shoots, and there's just an absolute swarm of bodies, and the puck yet somehow still cannot find the back of the net.
And that's a power play for Colorado again.
I mean, that was clear as day.
Boarding.
Ferguson got
or charging, whichever one you want.
Ferguson got absolutely rocked into the boards. And now the Buffaloes are going to go back on the power play with another 8 minutes to go.
And another opportunity for them. Would have been better had they scored in the last power play, but another opportunity here, another 2 minutes that they can try to score on. Tighten up the lead a little bit.
Brendan Fellick goes to the box. Colorado goes back to the power play. The clash in the dot looks to be, it's going to be DiMizio and Peshenik. Won by Peshenik. Kinney tries to settle it down for Kate as he tries to get a cross-ice pass, and it doesn't hit. McConaughey finds a shot from Borghi that's blocked by Mazzillo, and it's cleared. So Colorado, with 7:30 left, advances.
Nothing going on offensively for them right now. Let's see if they can change that even a little bit.
So Borghi's still skating, and he shoots. That one goes way wide, nowhere near the target he was looking for.
Borghi looks fine.
Yeah, Borghi looks fine after hopping a little bit to the sideline. He's fine, looks like he's back out and playing. He's on the power play with Peshenik now taking over. Excuse me, that's McConaughey. McConaughey now finds Kinney, and that's out of the zone. Kinney can't keep it in the zone. They'll have a face-off at neutral ice. Both teams will conduct line changes as they get ready for the match. Minute 10 of this power play for Colorado. Skipped on ahead here for Del Tufo on the face-off. Del Monte just trying to get it out. Can't do so. Here's Lewis. He loses the puck. Lecate just throws it on. It's wide. As anything, just throwing it on the net at this point is better than what they've been doing right now. Cleared out of the zone once again. 50 seconds on the power play for Colorado. Here comes Kate. And he's run into. Bunting will dump it into the zone. And rolling out of the zone, but not quite enough. As this one is chipped out and down into the Colorado zone. Here's Kate, just gonna hang on to it. Gosnell now has it with DiMizio challenging, and DiMizio, as someone's trying to conduct a line change, runs right into him and forces him into the bench. So UNLV is gonna take over as the puck's gonna leave the zone. So an interesting series there, but what looks like a defender going to the bench gets rocked on as DiMizio tries to knock the puck free. Speaking of DiMizio, there's a shot that goes nowhere and out of play.
Goes out of the rink, actually. I wouldn't call that nowhere.
Huh. Well, it went somewhere, not in the rink. Under 6 minutes to go. And it looks like UNLV, with the way that they've been playing, has secured this victory.
I was going to say, they're also going somewhere, most likely to a win here in Boulder tonight.
And they have truly played like the #1 team in the ACHA in this third period. Colorado has had no answers, absolutely none.
After about halfway through the game, I'd say.
And that's probably what they may be getting here. That's icing and another stoppage of play. 5:30 left in the third.
And that's something they're going to want to keep in mind for the game tomorrow against Vegas, is they played really well the first period and mostly well the first half of the second period. It's only when they took the whole major misconduct, got a little bit tired, and you know, just got a little bit outworked is when the game started slipping away from them.
I believe Jared was the one who said it, but that major penalty, that penalty kill could have been the turning point of the game, and seeing how this game has gone, it truly was the turning point of this game, as Colorado is staring at the jaws of defeat with 5 minutes to go, down 4 goals. They're going to need 4 goals in the next 5 minutes. Now you start thinking when James is going to come out of the net.
I don't even know if he will. He might.
He may come out of that. I don't know if he will.
4 is a very large margin, which they might not even bother.
The Colorado has been outworked in the second half of this game, and you can tell just by the effort that both teams have played this, the hustle, that UNLV has been in complete control of the second half of this game. So Colorado now advancing. Foy has been checked into the boards as another stoppage play. Looks like that one was offsides. And just Colorado will go out on this game, it looks like, with a whimper. After being down 1 goal with that major coming in, looked like they may have had a chance before that major penalty. And it's been all UNLV. And they have been, and just look at Tinling here, out racing Kate for that puck. Del Monte shoots, saved by James.
Like you were saying, and they keep it in, up 4, and they have not taken up the gas off at all in the dying minutes of this period.
UNLV, they want to stay atop the rankings in the ACHA, and they'll do it by any means necessary. They are not quitting. They're not going to back off. And
oh, definitely.
To play.
And you know, as we were saying, Colorado played quite impressively against this team for the first half of the game. And you said they've been going out with not much flash after that. But for Las Vegas, this has been a fantastic game for them, really just keeping up with the puck, hounding the players, and not getting tired at all.
And another big check, that's a penalty. And it looks like it's going to be Johnson who's going to go to the box on that one. James to the bench. And that's going to send Colorado to a power play with 3:30 left. And I mean, UNLV did come out a little bit rusty, as I was looking a little bit expecting. But they got that rust off pretty quickly by the end of the second period.
And that's where Colorado wanted to take advantage, and they weren't able to.
And exactly right. Colorado tried everything they could, and UNLV would not give. And when they got things going and they got in their mojo, it was over for Colorado.
And that shows why Las Vegas is the #1 team in the ACHA, excuse me.
Borgie here will take control. Oh, that goes off of Malone and out of the zone.
And that's
you can see Borgie.
That's just an unlucky break there.
He just tries everything he can to get there, but it looks like Felix, without little effort, is able to almost beat him to the puck. Gosnell circling around the net. Pass back. Here's Kinney. Pass ahead. And now Borgie takes over. It's blocked by Mazzillo as Borgie takes a little tumble. Up in the air again. McConaughey takes over. Gonna find Borgie. Looks for Kate. Shoots, big save, rebound. Oh, glove by Pavlicin. And that's the hardest save he's had to make in this third period.
Sprawling all the way out of the net. He had to get up. That takes some leg strength there. Reach up, grab the glove. I like to see that Colorado hasn't quit though. Obviously on a power play, they get the man advantage. But it's good that even down 4 with just under 3 left, they haven't quit and that mentality is still there, hopefully for tomorrow.
Yep. And this one's cleared down. James will settle it down with Ness breathing down his throat, and he lost it. Oh boy, almost a catastrophic moment for Ethan James. He tried to fake out Ness. Ness was not fooled for a second. Barry takes over now and tries to clear the zone and does. 45 seconds on the power play for Colorado. 2:15 left in the game. Bunting will hand it off. Ferguson lost it. And it finds Mazzillo, who falls down. And now it's in the hands of Foy. Gathered now by Gosnell. As he looks and flips it ahead for a moment into the UNLV zone, but it's right back out. And here's Malone. Makes a move around to Mizio, and it looks like he's got a 2-on-1 opportunity. He's got Fellig with him. Here's a shot wide of the net. 5 seconds on the power play, and UNLV had some penalty kill woes in the second period, but none such in the third. They have been perfect here in the third. Wyatt now looks, and Di Demizio takes over. Off of a stick of the Rebels, but now Protomastro tries to get it in the zone, and no, Sir Wyatt now has got a 2-on-1. Wyatt in alone is turned away by Farrow, and UNLV trying to maybe put one more up with a minute left in regulation. Oh, and a big hit on the Rebels there. And so Colorado, with 50 seconds left, we'll finish this one out. As here's Barry trying to squeeze it away. And now here's a chance. McConaughey's got a breakaway. Can he redeem himself? Gets a shot on, and Pavlician makes a pretty routine, easy stop. 36 seconds left in the game.
But again, not giving up. And that's just a sign of good mentality. Game got away from them against a much better team. But, you know, the lack of quit is really what's important and is what will help them through this second half of the season.
And so Peschenik and what looks like Gallant will face off for one final time in this game. They've been battling it out in the face-off dot all night long. Loose puck. Peschenik keeps it in the zone. Peschenik now taken to the ground. Right in there. Right in again. And a fumble for it.
What a play to keep that in the zone, though.
UNLV gonna move up with it. One final chance. Here's Butuso. He's wide. 10 seconds left from the CU Rec Center. Butuso right in front is popped up. 5 seconds. 3 seconds. 2, 1. And this one is over.
As Ethan James makes a nice final stop.
Yeah, I will say he made a nice final stop, but UNLV secures a big win here at the CU Rec Center. It looked a bit shaky at times, but they get it together and pull away to secure a 7-3 victory over the Colorado Buffaloes. This is the third straight contest Colorado has lost 7-3.
Yeah, I think one thing that was promising tonight, though, aside from, I mean, the first 2 periods were very good-looking out here in the hockey for these Buffs. The third period they couldn't keep up anymore. But in the last couple seasons, or the last couple of weeks, excuse me, it looked like they were giving up a little bit. Again, especially against Central Oklahoma, 10-1, 8-1. It looked like in the third period they didn't want it anymore. They didn't want to be there anymore. Tonight they played till the final buzzer. They played the full 60 minutes. It didn't go their way tonight, but they'll be right back here tomorrow at 2 p.m. to try to redeem themselves. And hopefully the injuries they face, the players are okay. Hopefully they get it back, and they have other players they trust who've been practicing hard all season to fill in. And yeah, we'll see them again tomorrow right here on the same channel.
And well, not the way that Colorado wanted this one to end, but you can see James acknowledging the refs, giving him a little handshake, as he seems to be the final player who will exit the ice for Colorado tonight.
Well, we still got 2 down by the door. You know, it's good, obviously, like we were saying, that this team cares and that they didn't want to quit. You've got, you know, the captain there, Quinn Schreppel, obviously unable to play tonight, but one of the last remaining members of the team to leave the ice. And overall, it's just a tale of just storylines for this game. UNLV, obviously, as you said, a bit rusty, a bit worn out, you know, whatever the reason may be in the first half of the game. And Colorado isn't able to, you know, pull really ahead. They're even down 1-0. Frenzied scoring fest in the second, and then it just gets away from them with that major we talked about, and then the just the lack of you know, energy.
And Colorado tied the game early in the second on that 5-on-3, but outside of that, they were down the entire game, and they only had a tie game for maybe about a minute before UNLV took the lead right back, and they never gave it up.
Exactly. Colorado never led that game, and I think that's part of, you know, they weren't ahead, and, you know, that was never a thing they could get back to, seeing as it never happened. And it's just a thing to talk about for Colorado for their game tomorrow. How can they adjust against a team that is coming off a good win, going into a game against the same team? Impressive play by Vegas. They also never gave up, and it's just how can Colorado respond back in their game tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, I think that's the key. What do they do tomorrow? Tonight, a 7-3 loss, not what you exactly want, obviously, especially falling to that score.
And they're what? They're 4th straight, like very high goal loss.
Fifth in a row where it's been 7+ goals.
10, 9, 7, 7, and now 7.
7 again. But
straight game was 7-3.
Yeah.
Really killing Ethan James's numbers.
I mean, Ethan James wasn't the problem tonight. He got left out to dry a couple times.
He played
a couple goals he wants back.
Exactly.
But
he played
Ethan James
fantastic.
played very well tonight. This does bring the question. Liam O'Gwen was on the bench. We thought he was injured. He was practicing this week, but it seemed like he was questionable. He was still working his way back.
Exactly.
Do
they think he's ready enough to play tomorrow is the question.
Because you look at O'Gwen's stats compared to James. O'Gwen, I believe, 4-1 to start this season. Possibly 5-1, but I believe 4-1 with a 1.59 goals against average, a very high save percentage. James wasn't the problem tonight. I think it's clear that UNLV was just that much, especially that third period. UNLV is a very good team. They're
exactly
number 1 for a reason. But you might want to switch something up. It's been 5 games in a row, 7+ goals. Maybe O'Gwen's the answer.
Possibly, but it's also a case of, you know, your goalies lost 5 in a row and are giving up a lot of goals. Does that send a more demoralizing message that now you pull him?
I mean, we'll have to see tomorrow. We'll be here again, 2 p.m. after the women's game at 11 a.m. against Grand Canyon University, the 12th ranked team in the country in the women's division, or Division I division. So, I mean, we got a lot of hockey here this weekend, and we'll see exactly what happens tomorrow now.
Well, with that note, I think that this one has come to a close, and we are going to sign off. So for Aiden Glockner and Jared Miller, my name is Alex Roberts. We'll see you tomorrow.